What did Israel Adesanya tell Sean Strickland right after their 5-round battle for the middleweight title at UFC 293? Strickland beat Adesanya from pillar to post to shock the world and win the middleweight belt. Not long after Strickland secured a monumental victory, the newly crowned champ had a brief and somewhat strange exchange with the Last Stylebender inside the Octagon. What did Izzy say?
Do you remember what he told you?
It was strange, you guys. It was strange. He was like talking. I think he was mad that I made from his dog. I'm not even joking. Is that what it was? He was mad that I made from his dog. I'm like, what the is going on here, man? Like, are we having this conversation? Like, yeah, it truly was mad. Yeah, I don't know. Izzy, I'm sorry I made fun of your dog. I'm sure he's a great fella.
Strickland's UFC 293 pre-fight trash-talking campaign included the controversial video about Adesanya and his dog. Apparently, Adesanya took offense to Strickland's comments since he was very attached to his pooch. Adesanya even got his furry little friend tattooed on his neck after it passed away. In other news, Israel Adesanya's coach, Eugene Bareman, has been slammed for his post-fight comments. But before we find out why, please subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on those notifications. Thank you. Israel Adesanya briefly talked to the media after his loss to Strickland, and then let his coach Eugene Bareman answer questions on his behalf. When asked what went wrong, Bareman said that Adesanya wasn't at his best, and if his student is awarded an immediate rematch, he'd easily beat Strickland with minor adjustments.
I asked Mick if we could have the rematch next weekend. Whether he grants it, I'm not sure, but I'm just very confident that we can change the outcome of this fight with very minor adjustments. What I'm saying is, we couldn't get Israel to enact our plan. There wasn't much cohesion in the corner. You have nights like this, and I think we can do the rematch tomorrow, and I think we can have a good night.
Bareman also said that he has no excuses, which was ironic, according to some MMA fans. For instance, this is what one user had to say, and I quote, "No excuses. Off night. The old I'm not making excuses, but here are 5 of them to see how they fit for size trick." Let's be honest, he had an off night because Sean never let him implement his game plan. It was more about Sean looking great than Izzy looking off. Another one said, and I quote, "I hate post-fight talks like this. If you could change the outcome of the entire fight with just a few minor adjustments, why didn't the corner make those after round 3, when it had become clear that whatever game plan you came in with wasn't working and you were losing the fight?" Maybe Bareman was trying to lift Adesanya up after a demoralizing defeat? Moving on, Alex Pereira has revealed that he had 0 role to play in Sean Strickland's title win against Israel Adesanya. Pereira and Strickland have become buddies, and a few months ago they were seen training together for the Brazilian's light heavyweight debut against Jan Blachowicz. Heading into UFC 293, Pereira was one of the few people who predicted a Strickland win. Some fans think he also gave the American tips on how to beat Izzy, since Pereira has beaten the Nigerian New Zealander thrice across formats. That's not the case, however.
As pessoas falaram que eu estava apostando, né, no Sean Strickland porque eu virei amigo dele, porque eu treinei com ele, então eu tinha que estar do lado dele. Eu não estava sabendo, né, separar, né, esse lado de amizade, né, e profissional, mas, cara, eu falo para vocês, eu treinei alguns dias com o Sean Strickland e eu vi o potencial dele, o jogo dele, o quanto era difícil. Eu consegui ver isso mais do que lutando com ele. Foi totalmente diferente, porque quem treina, quem luta sabe como que é. Nos treinos a gente consegue desenrolar mais ali o jogo e foi o que ele conseguiu passar para mim e por isso que eu fiquei tão confiante para falar que ele iria ganhar. E outra, né? Muitas pessoas falando, o Sean Strickland treinou com Pereira e, por isso que ele ganhou. Bom, quero deixar bem claro que, não tenho culpa alguma, né, de ele ter ganho. É mérito total dele, porque é um cara dedicado, é um cara ali de um estilo ali que ele conseguiu mostrar muito agora com a Adesanya.
Renowned boxing coach Teddy Atlas has revealed what went wrong for Adesanya and why he lost to a fighter he has the skills to beat 10 times out of 10 on paper. For Atlas, it was simply a matter of missing fundamentals.
In boxing parlance, and in my world,
we would have been saying he needs to put the left hook behind the right hand.
Yeah.
You know, because you can block so many, but then if you put enough together while the guy's handcuffed, you can get to him. Because when the guy's blocking too many, he's handcuffed too long, he can't do nothing, eventually you get through. But you guys made the point earlier, and I listened, I heard it, he didn't put that extra punch together. And I'm taking nothing away, obviously, from Strickland, but that helped a little bit. And one other thing about Strickland, he doesn't beat himself. There's something to be said.
Now he doesn't. He has before.
No, but he's changed.
Dricus du Plessis feels he deserves to fight for the UFC middleweight title over Israel Adesanya, who Dana White thinks deserves an immediate rematch. It is worth mentioning that du Plessis was originally expected to fight Adesanya at UFC 293, but he skipped the opportunity due to an injury. More so, he didn't want a quick turnaround after beating Robert Whittaker at UFC 290. In a recent Instagram post, du Plessis called the newly crowned champ out, saying that he wasn't impressed with his performance at all. Quote, "Well, what an upset. Don't think for one moment I'm impressed in any way, but congratulations, Sean, on becoming champion and beating the Kiwi/Chinese/Nigerian. Myself and Strickland had the biggest upsets of 2023, and I am undoubtedly the #1 contender. So, let's settle this like men, whenever, wherever. After that, I'll give Israel Adesanya his well-deserved hiding on my home soil, South Africa. That being said, I don't want to beat the amateur that fought on Saturday night. I want to beat the best Adesanya. So take some time and get your together." Who do you think would win a fight between Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis? Now, while other middleweight contenders target a fight with Strickland, one top contender is actually very happy for him.
Oh yeah, bro, he brings a bit of movement in the division, and plus, like obviously, I want to be the champ, but shit, like he's like, you know, if I have a friend in this division, it's you know, I've been fucking, I don't know, we have a weird relationship, but we've been sparring and training for ever. So,
you've been sparring and training forever.
Genuinely, I'm actually happy.
Vettori has fought Adesanya twice and lost both times. Should he lock horns with Strickland down the road, who do you think would win? A UFC fighter has been arrested in Thailand. Ahead of his second UFC outing in October, Chechen fighter Hussein Askabov has been arrested for his involvement in kidnap, torture, and extortion, according to local media in Phuket, Thailand. Hussein, a 23-1 professional fighter who made his UFC debut in February, was arrested along with his twin brother Hassan, who is also a professional MMA fighter with 23 wins and 2 losses. Hussein and his brother have been charged with the act of robbery done with cruelty and endangering the body or mind through torture. The victim is an Italian expat living in Thailand. It's not clear what role the two had to play in the alleged crime since they weren't directly involved, but it sounds like the twins are suspected of orchestrating the kidnapping, extortion, and robbery, even if they weren't present at the scene of the actual crime. What are your thoughts on today's stories? Let us know in the comment section below. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of mixed martial arts, please subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on your notifications. Thank you for your continued love and support, and we'll see you in the next one.